In this lesson, we will connect our leg joints to follow the mech's route. So this will be a very fast lesson. All we need to do is go ahead and constrain our thigh joints to the geometry that should drive them. Now, this is just one way we can handle this. Usually for a skeleton, you want everything to be connected to a root joint. And this is very important for game animation to make sure that the entire skeleton will be imported properly into your game engine. But in this case, since we're working on a simple project here, we don't have to worry about that. And this also brings to mind an important topic as far as how to set up your rigs. You should really build the rig that is best for your needs. If it's a smaller project where you don't have to worry about, let's say, exporting joints or anything like that, well, then you can build a fast rig like the one we're building here. But for more challenging projects that do require an entire skeleton, well, then you have to be a little bit more careful. And you can learn more about this and, again, courses like Advanced Character Rigging, pushing your character rigs beyond the basics, as well as Introduction to Character Rigging. And then we do have courses that focus on rigging for games, if you would like to learn a little bit more about that, like our indie game development series. All right, so here's what we'll do. We'll now go ahead and have our joints constrained to these hip pockets. So let's go ahead and get started. We'll start with the left half of our model. Now remember, when constraining, we first grab the target object, and then we would shift select the object to be constrained. So I'll go ahead and make sure to grab the thigh joint last, and now we can head over to constrain and choose parent. Fantastic. So when we grab the center of gravity control, as we start to move that around, you can see how the chain will follow. In the next lesson, I'll show you how to connect your leg geometry to follow the chain we've built. All right, so let's go ahead and take care of the right side. We'll go ahead and grab the hip pocket mesh. We'll now shift select the joint to constrain the thigh. Now we can choose the parent constraint tool. Fantastic. So now when we grab our center of gravity, as we start to move this around, now both chains will follow. Very nice. Okay, so let's say we go ahead and do this. We'll now head over to our outliner just to kind of clean things up further. You can see how our joints don't really have a home, right? Like the other objects in our scene. So we'll go ahead and grab the two thigh joints, and then we'll press Ctrl G to group them together. Sweet. Let's go ahead and name this group Joints 01. Fantastic. Now again, as before, we won't transform this directly. So let's say we highlight all of our transform channels. We'll then go to the channels menu and we'll choose lock and hide selected. Fantastic. Now let's go ahead and place this in our mech group. So we'll control click the mech group and press the P key. Take a look at how organized everything is. Fantastic. If you wanted to, you could also take your place 3D texture node and store that in the mech group as well. Now everything is even more organized. So whenever we need to get to all properties of our mech, we know that all of those items are within this group. Fantastic. So that's it for this lesson. We've managed to constrain the joints to follow our center of gravity control. So everything is coming along very well. In the next lesson, I'm going to show you how to connect the geometry to follow these joints.